Hey, Jason Bell here in my office. Well, guess what? I actually am in my office right now. So I'll give you a quick view, a little bit. I've done a little bit of decoration to the place. But anyhow, I wanted to make this video, this training, if you will, just to kind of do something a little bit different out of the norm and just kind of give you some value today on how you can get clients, get more clients by doing what we call personalized marketing. And it's very, very effective. Now, there's a lot of consultants, or some like to think that your success is dependent on some magic software, or some tool or widget that's going to just make everything better. And the reality is, I want you to look at tools and widgets as things to enhance what you're already doing, okay? And with that thought, the reality is, and I know this may not sound like the most appealing thing, is that your success is really dependent on a lot of the blocking and tackling and just keeping things simple. Simple is the key. The more we complicate stuff, then the harder it is, the longer it takes to get business. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our attention and focus on this little document right here. You've probably seen it a long time ago. For you young folks, you may not know what this thing is. What is that? That's the phone book, right? So I'm going to take you inside of, I'm going to go in my room here, my office room here, and we're going to go through this old school tool called a phone book. I'm going to show you how you can do personalized prospecting to not only get the attention of your prospects, but to get a response for them as well. So we're going to do old school. We're going to couple that with kind of the new school tools that I'm going to show you how to use. So I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, so I am at my desk now, and what we're going to do is we're going to find prospects inside of this good old book here. Now, for those of you that don't know, even though this is old school and it's kind of archaic, this is actually a gold mine for finding prospects, because what this tells you is that people that are in here have spent good money to be in this book. Regardless if it provides them the results that they're looking for, it means that they have spent good money. So what we're going to do is we're going to find businesses that have took out big full page ads like this guy, like Thomas Gaines here, okay? And people that have like quarter page ads as well. So like if you look at this one right here, certified public accountant, this would not be one I would want because it's kind of a smaller ad. So really, just to give you a simplistic pricing, the bigger the ad in here, the more money that these people have paid. And they paid this money because they have told Yellow Pages, and they're telling their customers, their potential customers, I want to be found and I want visibility and exposure, okay? So the reason why this is important is because they've paid good money. And when these clients or potential clients have paid this good money, it means they have money to invest, all right? So that is the first criteria. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at someone like a Davis Heating Service and Air. And now the next step is we're going to actually look at their reputation and to see how they are doing, okay? And based on their reputation and what their online presence looks like is going to dictate if we're going to reach out to them or not, all right? Because why is this important? Well, the reason this is important is because whenever you advertise leads to search, okay? So what happens is someone that is interested in the Acorn lift stairs, they're going to see an advertisement like this, or the Panagaco's asphalt paving. What an interesting name. They see this and they say, I'm interested in this because I need to get my stuff asphalted, or I need to get some stair lifts. So then the next thing that they do is they go onto the internets, with an S, the internets, and they go and Google these people, and they hope that what they find about these companies, is appealing to them. So advertising leads to search, and that's why this is important. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up these companies and see which would be most advantageous to reach out to, and based on what we see is going to dictate what we're going to bring up to them, right? And what we're going to present to them. But we're going to do this in a personalized way. So I can show you how to do this manually, but the most effective way is to do this automated, all right? So there is a little bit of manual heavy-handedness here, but if you do it the automated way, this makes it tremendously easier. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. Alrighty, so what I did is I just took a random photo in the heating and air, so the HVAC niche, which is a very competitive niche because there's always a lot of these type of people in the area. So this is Childers or Childers, however you want to pronounce it, heating and air conditioning. Okay, has a good size ad in here, and if you just even look in this section, there's a lot going on. Like there's a lot of businesses that are trying to jockey for position and get that exposure. I mean, he paid good money to be here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to good old Google here, and I'm going to type in Childers. There it is, heating and air. Okay. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking at their Google Maps, their listing, just to see how they're doing or not doing. So if you notice here, it says that there's no reviews, which is not good. Okay, he does have, I guess, 2 on YP.com, but there's nothing here. And then it looks like this is not even claimed as well. So you have some of the bigger search engines such as Bing and Yelp and YP.com, and then Google being one of those 4. And this is where from latest stats, 85% of traffic is on these 4 big major search engines. So you have someone that's paying good money that to get visibility and exposure in a phone book hasn't even claimed this listing. So what I do is I would take that information like this, and you just start making notes, and I'll show you how we're going to put this together. So no claim listing, and then you have here no reviews, right? You know, let's say quarter page ad, right? So I'm just kind of taking notes, and this is what I'm going over right now is kind of the manual standpoint, okay? So this is the manual way, and I've not shown you the automated way yet, so just hang tight. So if I go back here, I also see that there's no photos. So essentially we're kind of building our case here for how we're going to reach out to these people in a personalized manner. So if you also notice here, just put yourself in the shoes of a consumer that needs some help, and they've seen an ad and they reached out. Would you trust this business? Would you? No, because there's nothing here that gives you trust. And worse than having bad reviews or any feedback is not having any at all. So what this does, and this is what we're going to convey to the actual prospect when we reach out to them, is we're going to convey that they're spending money to really direct business to their competitors. So if I just look here at, let's see here, I'm just going to go to heating and air and Spartanburg, because that's where I live at, right? What you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of these businesses, right? And of course, you've seen the 3-pack that populates in the search engine here, but you're going to see Davis Services has 39. We've actually seen that in the phone book a few moments ago. Home Depot, that wouldn't be one, but this is another one here, has 5 reviews. Wall Drop has 129 reviews. At Your Service has 18 reviews. So these are businesses that, first off, it tells you that there's trust here. And what we can do is we can actually piggyback off of businesses that are doing well to really state our case and be persuasive in our case as to why these businesses are paying money to their competitors. And that's exactly, in this case, what Childers Heating and Air is actually doing. So with that said, who do we prospect? And let's kind of quickly go over that for just a moment here. So who do we go after? So there's a couple of people you can go after. You want to go after people who are in pain. And in pain meaning, pain would be people that have nothing there. They don't have a claim listing. They have no photos. They're in a competitive space and don't have any reviews whatsoever. They may have not even claimed their listing. Like, that's pain. Pain also means bad reviews. So there's bad reviews, and this is a competitive space like heating and air, then you really have a winner because it makes it so easy to prospect these people. I'm going to show you how to do this in a personalized way. And then also, if you look here, for example, this is another example, McRae Distributors, okay?
And they had a 1-star review. The plumbing supply people are the most unfriendly, unhelpful in all of Spartanburg. They do not like to sell to individuals, and make sure you know when you enter the store. Right, so this right here, this is the only review they have, and this is the worst review that they have. So when you're looking at people that want services like they have, this is a problem, because that means that if somebody searches for them, they're most likely losing money or losing what could be captured revenue, and they aren't even aware of it. So this is how we're going to use this personalized approach. So you can leverage the best against the worst. We kind of just quickly touched on that, but just kind of show you here. We got CJ Plumbing Services at the top, has 16 reviews. Then BAE Plumbing and Heating has only 1 review. So this is where I can leverage off of each other by saying you're getting overlooked. So this is kind of how you can use this just from a phone book standpoint and take this online from a very manual approach. You also want to go after businesses that are making an effort. So what do I mean by that? So if you see here, it says hot shingles in your area looking to get nailed. This is somebody that's paying money for advertising. And anyone that's paying money for advertising, just like the phone book, they are making an effort. So the people in the phone book, they're actually making an effort. People that do Valpak or Money Mail or whatever your coupon program here that you have in your area, people that are making an effort. And what we're going to do is we're going to look them up online to see how they are doing. Okay, this is why this is such a simple but yet powerful approach. Same here, right? You see ads that are being ran on Google. This is a prime opportunity to look up their reputation, because again, they could be sending money to their competitor because they're not even aware of their online presence, because the majority of customers now go online before making any type of purchasing decision. Okay? So before I go over kind of the what to say to these people, I'm going to kind of give you an example of what this looks like. All right? Okay, so what you can do here is, this is what I call a very simple 2-step funnel. And essentially what this is you're taking all the information that you've gathered about this business, the fact that they may have a bad review or no reviews, or an unclaimed page, or bad photos, or no photos at all, or even bad reviews like you see here. And you can simply just take a screenshot. So give you an example. When we go back to the one that I was at, Heating and Air, what I would do is I would actually use Screencast. Screencast is a very simple tool, and you can essentially just do this right here like so, right? And then you can take this and get some arrows just like this, and you can say like, hey, this listing is not claimed, right? Okay, so then what you can do is you can actually build these reports out. So it's kind of give you an example, but let me, before I go there, this is something that you could save, and I put this on a landing page similar to what you see here. So when you send out an email to these people, and it would essentially be in this email would be your insert advertising. So it would be your Valpak ad, your phone book ad. That gets the most highest response rates ever, is by just having something that simply says your insert the ad source. And that's it. So they're going to open that, and I'll show you kind of the verbiage that we use. But essentially, you're pointing out what I call a big AP. So a big ASS problem, all right? BAP. You want to shine the light on it. And what you're shining the light on in this BAP is the fact that they have a lot of stuff that's messed up because they're spending advertising, and they may have a bad review, and they may have no reviews whatsoever. They got a lot of issues going on we already established, and it's causing them to lose revenue and business that they're not even aware of. So I point all this out on the page here, and what I do is I just simply create a very simple video, okay, a very simple video. And I'll have that video posted below here in this training so you can kind of see what that looks like. And then I promised them that I'm going to give some information on how you can not only fix this, but how you can help solve this problem. And I got a report that you can access now. So this can be built with any type of landing page builder. There's a ton of them out there, okay? So then they just enter their information, and what I do in this step here is this actually goes to my autoresponder. And the benefit here, having things go to the autoresponder, is you're able to communicate with this type of business or these business owners long term. So if you get clients within this space, You can send out newsletters, you can send out blog posts, you can educate the business owner, because not now doesn't mean never. It just means they may not be ready for your services yet, but because you can communicate with them, you can build an email list. So that's very, very beneficial as a side note. So they would opt in here, and then it will direct them to a thank you page. And essentially what this thank you page does is basically say that your report is on the way. So we have an automated way to create reports, but the most simplest way that you could do this, if you want to kind of create the manual, is you can just take those screenshots and create you a Google Doc. All right. And it's very, very simple to do. You would just create a document and you would just copy and paste, this information on a Google Doc, and then have a little bit of information like this. Business is not claim. The importance of having a business listing and a claim listing is customers will find you easier, right? So information like that, you can do this manual, but yet it's still very personal, okay? You don't need automated software to do that, but automated makes it so beneficial. So then what I have here is you can do this to kind of book a time. And again, I'm going to bring you through, allow you to go through this process so you can kind of see the exact flow below here. But this would essentially go to an online calendar to book this time. So this is a very simplistic way of doing this type of a service. All right. So now what I'm going to show you is how you can go back to the same type of business that we already established that needs help, like this business. And then what we can do is we can prospect them in a very automated manner. So that's exactly what we're about to do now. So I'm going to log into our sales tool, okay? And we have an automated way to get leads and prospect leads in a very professional manner. So this is a white label platform that we have that allows you to really position yourself just like Fortune 500 agencies. Is very, very impressive. So what we're able to do is we're able to create prospecting reports that look beautiful. So just like this, right? We can create nice reports that are branded to your actual agency with your logo, have your contact information. The report has several calls to action to get back in touch with you, how to get started here. It goes over and produces a score that's based on what we call their online presence. And the online presence is comprised of the business listings, the business reviews, their social presence, and their website. It has a lot of educational information that really positions you as the expert authority, and it gives the prospect a lot of vital information as to why all this stuff is important. It goes over the social presence compared to the industry average as well. And this is all personalized to the actual business. So instead of the manual way that we were just doing, which works very, very well, by the way, this is a quicker and faster way. And I already know we already have so much to do during the day and growing our business that quicker and faster is always the preferred. And this is actually not just a quicker and faster way, this is a more effective way to prospect. And I'll show you why in just a moment here. So this report produces a very personalized manner of delivering tremendous value, okay? And this is what your prospects will get. So I'm going to bring you through the process, and I want you to watch right now, like live, as I prospect this business and how I will be able to get a reply from this business just because, and know if I get a reply from the business in real time. So I'll show you that in just a second. So let me go ahead and get out of here, and I'm going to go back to this section right now. Okay, so what we're going to do inside our prospecting tool here is we are going to go to create prospect, all right? And I'm going to give you a tour of what all this is too, but I just kind of wanted to show you how this works. So we're able to not only properly prospect these businesses, but we can find leads within the sales tool. This is very, very amazing. I'm going to show you how you can automate your prospecting and put this thing on steroids. So let's look up the heating and air. So this is it right here, the Childers Heating and Air, right? So that business came up, said it's found. We're going to click this bad boy here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let the system do its thing. So what we're able to do inside of our white label platform is that we're able to create these beautiful prospecting reports that are personal. And what we can do is we can set up campaigns. All right. So what campaigns are automated messages that go out on a timed interval. So think of an autoresponder. And this local marketing snapshot listing distribution, this is a 4-week autoresponder series that goes out on your behalf. So every single week, they're going to the prospect's going to get a report or an email sent to them that's going to be value driven, that leads those breadcrumbs back to you and your business. So this tool actually does prospecting and follow-up for you. Like the hardest thing in the world, it does all that heavy lifting for you. It's all automated. You don't touch it. Industry-wide, these emails get over a 33% open rate. And anyone that does email, that is insane. It is amazingly well. So all we're going to do here is we're going to put in their prospect first and last name, right? So let's just kind of see if we can find a little bit of information here, right? Now imagine the last name is Childers, right? Or Childers. So let's go to their website real quick, see if we can find any info here. And look at this, Childers is a name you can trust. Look at this, John O. Childers. All right, so name is John and then Childers, right? So sometimes you can find this information extremely quick. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna put in the name. I want you to watch me get this lead here, right? Right? And then email address if they have it. So they may not have the email, but let's go ahead and check it out here, right? So let's go back to their website. Where is their website at? There we go. And let's see if we can find anything here. I'm just quickly searching, okay? I'm quickly searching here. And do I see an email? And I don't, but we could probably reach out that way. Now, there is some ways to find this email, and I don't know if I want to do that, but let's just do it for grins and giggles here for a second. So let's go to the who is, and let's type this thing in here, and we're gonna see if this populates anything. Don't you just love that CAPTCHA text? Not really, right? What did I do here? I don't want to enter that information, by the way. So let's go here. Get that right back. Let's see this right here. And see if this gets anything for a fella. Look at this here. You can tell some information here. Registrant contact. I guess this is by YP. Okay. So I guess they're the one hosting it and all that good stuff. But usually you can tell the email right here. Looks like their stuff is ran through IP. So I don't see anything here as far as an email, but no worries. Okay, so this is another favorite tool I like as well. This is whois.domaintools.com, and you can often find the address, the email address here as well. Now, apparently it seems that this site was built and most likely hosted by YP. So we're good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to that listing, and I'm going to go to the place where they actually have reviews, which is on YP, okay? So we're here now, and then what I'm going to do, a lot of people don't know this trick, but you can actually go to email business, and oftentimes you can find their real address. So if I click here, boom, look at that. This is his address. You see that? The Yahoo address here. So now we are good. So this is just kind of a little tip too, that if you see something that has email to business, this is oftentimes their main address. So we're going to take that, go back to the snapshot, put it in right here, just like so. And then I'm gonna leave it as is. This information is correct. It pre-fills a lot of this information. This is good, this is good. Wonderful, has their website in here. It's under contractors. Let's just say, yep, we're good here. I don't want to add another category. Hours of operation, no, we're good. It just has all this stuff that helps to create these automated reports. The Facebook is there as well. It populates that. And I'm just curious to see if anything is on this Facebook page, because it's something else that you can provide in your report. If you notice, this is a very family-oriented business. Like, I mean, this guy here, he got his face on the page here. I mean, you could like really freak somebody out if you took a screenshot of this and then kind of put this right here on that home page, right? That would be kind of freaky, wouldn't it? But it would be very personal, all right, if you were to do this the manual way. So let's kind of go back here. And I'm just curious to see, like, if we did not go to Yahoo, I wonder if there's an email on Facebook. Because sometimes that's another place you can find us. Now look at this. Look at this. Childers Heating and Air Cooling You at gmail.com. That's another email that you could use. So oftentimes, if you just have a little bit of search about you, it doesn't take long, you can find all the information you need, and then you can even have a good email. So these are two emails, and both of them are most likely an email that gets checked, right? That is very simple. So I would even look at that before even going to the domain tools, but it was simple to do, wasn't it? So there's an email there. I'm just going to stick with the Yahoo here. We could add another one, but I'm just going to leave this one here, okay? So then we're good here. Make sure I spell the name right. Yep. Has a campaign included as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit create, all right? And hopefully I filled out all those fields. I think I did. If there's something mandatory that you did not do, then it will let you know. You're always able to go back and add different stuff here, but I'm just going to leave that alone. It says you've successfully created a new account. Take a minute to look over your account details and add any optional fields that were left blank. So that takes about 10 to 15 minutes to produce a really, really nice report. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and show you a couple of things as to why we really, really love this tool here to do prospecting and get leads. So as you see, the Childers Heating and Air Conditioning is populating right now, okay? So we're going to come back to that in a little bit, but I want to show you just a quick tour in this area. So what you're able to do is this functions kind of like a CRM to manage your clients and prospects. So depending on the activity and how many times they've opened your emails or clicked on information, it produces a hotness score. This hotness score essentially tells you that this is a client that is very interested in your services. And in fact, when someone opens a report, it will tell you. So I'm going to hop over to my email and I'm just going to show you something. And bear with me here as I'm kind of jumping around. I told you I'm going to show you how to get leads and do this live. So that's exactly what we're doing. So I guess that kind of comes with it. So, all right, so if you see mean green, and I'll just type that in here. You see this right here, it says, we have a sales opportunity for you. So you'll get emails in real time, okay, real time emails that will say if that prospect has took a certain action. So this says that Mean Green is interested in your product that you sell. We recommend you take a look at their activity. So not only is this an amazing prospecting tool, not only can you produce these professional reports, you can get real-time notifications so you can properly and promptly follow up with these leads, and it will tell you all the actions that they've took. So this, of course, is a client here, but if you notice, just from this standpoint, it will kind of give you a lot of information as to, what type of action they took. They clicked through the email. This and opened the email here. It was delivered to the prospect. I mean, this is really, really cool. So they clicked a call to action, interested in the listing builder. Like, this is all good. This person opened the email. They opened the email and listings. So you're able to follow back up with these people and know exactly the actions they took, which is going to help you in your conversation. So I absolutely love these reports because it really I guess for better words, kind of gives you superpowers, and it makes it easier for you whenever you're having these conversations with businesses. And of course, you're not selling them on anything, because this report will populate the issues that they have in a very professional manner that positions you just like a, Fortune 500 professional company, even though you may be someone that's working from your home, right? But you have that positioning, and we all know that perception and positioning is very impactful, and having a deemed credibility, a better perceived credibility, okay? So you're able to look at some of the things that they have done. It sends out a lot of these campaign emails for you as well. If we were to kind of view some of these details, we can even add notes here. So if you see just for this particular person, this one says that they click through the prospector user access, open access here for different things. You can view more history like I already went over. You can add contacts maybe in your conversation. You find out that this person, Mashana, is not someone that is a decision maker. So you talk to someone else, and then you can add them as well. And you can come back and follow up, a month later or weeks later. So you always have contact records. So this is a CRM for you, okay? You can add notes to the account. Maybe if you have a salesperson, you can do that as well, so they know how to follow up with these people. It even gives you information about their social presence as well. So, and then you can add notes once you land the client to say what the total revenue is. Again, it functions like a CRM system, okay? So this is all very, very, very valuable stuff here. And you can even have, there's resources as well as here as far as the stores and all that kind of good stuff. But this is the sales tool, essentially. You can, toggle things based on the search and all of that. And very, very beautiful tool. And like I said, you're able to create these very nice reports. And I have information as well if you want more info on this system and all the products that you can sell. And in fact, we are one of the only few in this offline local space that have 100% concierge full service, done for you service, which basically means you're able to sell these digital marketing services. You're able to prospect and get leads just like I've shown you. You're able to have your own white label account and provide a multitude of services for businesses, and you don't have to fulfill any other work if you don't want to. So I'll just kind of show you a very quick site real quick. And here's, let me see here. Here's Excel. Here's another one of our clients here. And one of the services that we do provide that you'll be able to have as well is a reputation service. So you can essentially sell software as a service. So based on that snapshot report that populates, it will lead you down the path which makes it easier to sell reputation services, easier to sell listing services, easier to sell social media. And those are a lot of the services that you're able to provide with this platform, this white label platform. As you can see, this is for Excel Fitness, one of our clients, but is branded to me, Bell Media Group. You're able to see things such as their listings. You can look at their overall listings, and it produces a score. There's several calls to action if there's things that are not good here that they need to improve, that tells the business that hey, you need to step your game up, basically, which puts money back in your pocket, because the services are geared at it's geared at pushing those services to you so they can take you up on those services. There is a review component that tells you the aggregate of reviews across all the review sites. So it's kind of like a surveillance system for the business. Really, really neat stuff here. You can generate reviews. You can have a widget that goes onto the website as well. You can request bulk reviews, and you can see the open rates, requests sent, everything. Is very, very beneficial and a very valuable tool. I mean, this is a very robust reputation tool if you have ever seen any type of reputation tool. So this is where the widget is. You can change the colors and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm not going to go through that because there is a training and a webinar and a PDF that goes through all of this stuff. But I just kind of wanted to show you what we do to get leads. And what I'll do once this report is completed is I will log in just a second here. And this is live. So it says that the account is still creating. So we'll come back in just a moment and I'll show you how their report looks. Alrighty, back again. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this report with my sales tool area, and let's see if this bad boy has populated yet. Alrighty, so here we go. It says that the account has been created, as you can see here. And what we're going to do is we're going to view the snapshot, just like so. And you can see that it has created the listing, the snapshot report for this business. So it has a very low score. You know, the listings has a D, the reviews are an F because we already proved and shown that. The social presence is bad, the website is bad. So when you shine the light on the BAP, the big A problem, it makes it easier to get the attention. And when you can lead with a very professional presence like so, you know, none of this stuff is made up. None of it is ethereal. None of it is, you know, just pie in the sky stuff. I mean, this is all about his business. You can see there's incorrect phone numbers, there's incorrect addresses, which means their name, address, phone number is incorrect, so people probably can't find them. Their business is not accurate with the keepers of the data, which are Neurstar, Factual, Axiom, and Info Group. Reviews are bad, right? They don't really have any good reviews here. The social performance needs some help. And what happens also, the good thing is they do have a mobile site, but there's some errors with that as well. So you're able to toggle on and off based on what you want the report to show. It even shows SEM for search engine marketing as well. So if you don't sell that service, if you don't sell that, you don't have to put that there. This is a report that you can cater and model to your business and the services that you provide. So very, 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 very beneficial there. All right. So the other thing is, if you see here, it has what does this say? The snapshot email campaign not sent yet. But if you see here, it says campaign will start at 8:27. So it is on queue to start, and you'll be able to see that messaging. So it's really awesome. And if you don't want those campaign emails to send, you don't have to send them. So very, very neat and valuable stuff. I actually go over kind of what some of those emails look like on the training. All right. So we're doing this live. I just shown you how to manually look for a business. I shown you how to prospect them manually. I showed you the automated, quicker, and easier way to do this. This is how we get clients. Like, as you see, it's very, very simple to do, especially when you have these very, very professional reports. So all you're simply doing is you're waiting for someone to email you, you're waiting for a call back, and you're simply having conversations. All right. So you may be wondering, well, how do I get more information on this? Or you may already have this platform, you haven't been using it as well. So let me just kind of give you a little bit of information, some parting thoughts here. So if you want this service, or you want information about our white label platform and what it all entails, what type of services we have, what does the pricing structure look like, I want you to go to bellmediagroup.co/white label. And this will be a webinar replay that we did a while ago, but it's going to provide you the latest updates as to what we've done for our platform. So we white label our very enterprise level platform, and we can provide it to you at the best rates in this space. And again, it has 100% full service done for you concierge, meaning if you only want to sell and no fulfillment, you have it there. So literally, you have a tool that you can find leads, prospect leads in a professional manner, and get clients and don't have to do any other work. So we've had this platform since 2015, and we're one of the few in the space that have a 100% full service white label platform, 100% white label platform, meaning what I just did as far as going through and getting leads and prospecting leads, you don't have to wait for somebody to do that for you. With some of these platforms, that's how it operates. You can do it all yourself and you can assign salespeople as well. So that webinar goes over everything. And then there's some documents below, such as a PDF that goes over the webinar if you're pressed for time, just kind of want a Reader's Digest or Cliff Notes as to what this program is about. And what we'll also be doing, which is only for a limited time, is we'll be extending our webinar only special that we extend it to our members. So you won't pay $1,000 a month for the full services, which this is what this platform would cost you, and only showing you a tip of the iceberg. You'll be able to access this for really dirt cheap prices, but you get all of the services. It really doesn't make sense how cheap that we price this, but we did this because we do have a mastermind, and you're most likely watching this video, or if you're watching this video, you may be a mastermind member that's been in existence for over 4+ years. And because of the size of our audience, we wanted to do something that was extremely value added for our group, so we passed on the absolute bottom floor pricing. So you get all the bells and whistles of perks of our white label platform compared to anyone else in our space that may be providing the same thing or even something similar. So check out that webinar, check out the PDF, check out the documents, kind of the manual flow as well. And if you already have this platform or you don't, and you may just want to do more personalized prospecting, I also have a course too that is called the Local Funnel, and that kind of goes over how to build out those 2-step funnels, and you may find a lot of value in that, as many of our customers did as well. So that is the live prospecting video, and I will talk to you soon. See you.